Topic 7. Project. So in this video, we're going to talk about how to use QuickBooks Project functions to record transactions and report financial results. So we can treat projects like mini companies within the current company. Okay, so we click project to start project. So basically, there's nothing new to introduce for project. We use the existing functions, but we just put everything together into one place. Okay, and by using project, we can track all the costs related to the particular job or particular project. So we're going to start project. I'm going to name a project. The project is for Small Plaza for customer Amy's Bird's Sanctuary. Okay, so they need a small plaza. Right, this is a project. Take a glance. We have income costs currently or zeros. Now we're going to put all the incomes and all the costs into one place. So we got a call from Amy's Bird Sanctuary saying they need a project. They need a small plaza in front of their store. So we send a salesperson there. We listen to their needs, then we'll give them an estimate how much it's going to cost them. Okay, so first we're going to add to project an estimate. And as you can see, the tags and the locations are still here. So we can always put tags and locations informations into the project as well. But I'm not going to do the tags and locations here. What I'm going to do is we're going to list all the product and services we're going to sell or provide it to Amy's Bird Sanctuary. So we're going to, the design itself is going to take, let's say, 5 hours design work. It was a $75 rate, so the total design $375. Okay, and also we're gonna give them a fountain. Okay, a rock fountain. So automatically it's taxable. And of course we're going to have some the pump as well, right? Together go with probably need two. Okay, we're going to build a concrete for fountain foundations. But we need 10 bags. And the rate is no, but we're gonna give them a rate that $20 right, per bag. It's $20. And then of course we need some pipes. too much, 50 probably. So installation, okay. This is going to take 10 hours. Probably we need a little bit gardening work. Alright, so total estimates for this project is $1,680. And based on locations, of Amy's-Bed Sanctuary, tax will be, sales tax will be $70.44. Okay, so we're gonna have total estimates. So we're gonna send these, save and send to Amy's-Bed. And now I'm gonna save and close. Okay, so I'm gonna send this to Amy's-Bed. Alright, the next day we got a call saying they agreed. Okay, so agreed, so go back to the estimates. We can change from pending to accepted. If they decline, we can reject it, closed. Okay, accepted by put person and the dates. Okay. All right, so now we can convert the estimates to invoice. Right? Assume we did work quickly on January the 18th. Just in one day we finished all the work. Now if I refresh the page, okay, immediately you're going to see that we're going to have income, which is from the invoice. Then we have the cost, which is the cost goods sold, right? The fountain or those concrete pipe, we have the cost. We have cost goods sold for those inventories. All right. So in addition to those inventories, we're going to add expenses. We're going to add expenses. So first we went to the hardware store. We purchased, it was concrete. We purchased the pipes, okay? So that's an expense. You can click expense, or we're gonna click expense right here. Or we can go to the regular create a new expenses right here. Just by selecting the customer project by Amy's-Bed Sanctuary Small Plaza. So in this sense, the project is like a sub-customer, okay? It's like a sub-customer. So I'm going to pay the hardware store I'm going to override with the value from the contract last experience? Obviously no. Okay. Okay, so I use Mascot, purchase the cost of sold. Now it becomes cost of sold. So concrete project total, we purchased $250. Okay, it's no longer billable. Okay, because we have billed Amy's bird in the invoice, so this is included. We cannot bill again. So I'm gonna save and close. Now we have more costs. The cost increased by, right? The hardware store purchase and the fountain and other things. And also we're gonna hire some people to do the concrete foundation work. Okay, so that becomes a bill. So I outsourced the foundation work to, let's say, right, Tim Phillip. Yeah, that become a cost of sold. Or to be more specific, I could categorize this cost of labor. Yeah. Again, this is not billable. For example, we pay them $200 to do the concrete work. Save and close for now. We're going to pay them later. Right now, expenses increased by another $200. All right, next we're going to add the time spent on this project. So I'm going to click the time function here. Right, for example, Emily is responsible for designing this project. Okay, Emily is earning a $30 per hour pay rate. Okay, and Emily spent on 4 hours on this project. Okay, we're not going to bill $75 again because the designing cost is included in the invoice. Therefore, the Emily's time cost, or $120, is not part of the profit loss for this project. Instead, we pay Emily salaries. Okay. So Emily spent 4 hours on this project. Okay, we're gonna add more time. Another employee, John Johnson, okay, is responsible for installation, okay, and also coordinating with other contractors. So typically we pay John Johnson $40 per hour, and John Johnson worked on this project for 5 hours. Okay, we're going to save and close. So the total time cost $320. Again, it's, if you go back to, it's not part of the profit loss of this project, but right, if we want to have a net profit from the project, we have to take consideration of those time activities, 320. Okay, for now, our profit P&L shows a $960 profit for this project. That is the right, the bill, the invoiced amount less the cost of sold and less job expenses. So to be more realistic, we're going to add a little bit more expenses. For example, right, it's going to cost our money to go there, go on the back. That is going to be fuel expenses, right? So we paid fuel expenses. That's another $80. Okay, save and close. All right, finally, we need to pay a $100 permit, okay, which is not considered when we send the invoice, because the permit came suddenly because the city requires us. Amy's Bird Sanctuary didn't know they need a permit, okay, and we didn't know that, but somebody called the department, and eventually we have to pay $100 getting a permit for the work. And I would think this Amy's Bird should pay for the $100 permit. So we spent $100, and we're going to bill Amy's Bird for additional $100. This is not included in the invoice. Okay, so we got a bill, adjust expense or bill, yeah. For example, this bill is from the telephone companies because we're going to modify their the cables, for example. All right, so we need to get to the permit, $100. Again, this is not included in the original invoices, so we're going to bill, okay, Amy's Bird for additional $100. Hopefully they're going to pay for it. Now this bill is included. Okay, it's included as my expenses. And I'm going to send another invoice to Amy's bed for this additional permit. That's going to increase my income by $100. Alright, so by the end of the day, we're going to pull out the project reports. You can see several reports. We can see the project profitability reports. We have all the income and we list all the expenses we have. The net income is $880. But remember, this does not include our time cost. We have $320 time cost. If we want to get to the actual net income from this project, we have to deduct that. So approximately we earned more than $500 for today's project. So we have the time cost by employees. We have seen that already. Right, we don't have any unbilled time or expenses. All right. This is a illustration how we use project. Eventually, when Amy's bed is going to pay for it, okay, we're going to mark this project as completed. Okay, receive payment. Right, payment has been received. Okay, the balance will be 0 now.